Isaac Edelman here with Florida Victorious with Elijah Martin. Elijah, how's it going, man?
Everything's going good, man. How are you?
Good. It seems like these past few weeks, you and your Florida Gators basketball squad have been at the top of the college basketball landscape. Just tell me, how has March been for you guys?
March has been great. We now four games down. They've been through pretty much every scenario in college basketball. Like uh, won by a lot, won a nail biter. Was down. Um, it was down last minute of the game and had to come
Yeah.
back. So I think we've seen everything possibly that could be thrown at us. So I know that we're pretty confident to finish the job.
Yeah, obviously you are headed to your second Final Four. How crazy is just that to hear for me to ask you that question?
Man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing itself, but for it to be my second one with a different team, it just speaks to how good God is, and no matter like your situation, you can make the best out of it.
You mentioned two different teams, right? Started your career at FAU for 4 years, now here with Florida. What has the big difference been between FAU and Florida? Obviously, you made it to the Final Four at FAU, and now you made it here at UF.
The big difference, I wouldn't say there's a big difference, honestly. Obviously, it was two great teams.
I guess if
Two
there's not
great.
a difference, maybe how have the similarities helped you in a way?
Okay. I just say my experience helped me. Going through that run we had with FAU. Um, I learned a lot, and I was able to imply it this year with this team and stuff like that. So, um, just been adding everything to my experience and applying it to my teammates and stuff.
Yeah, obviously, when you transferred here, the big topic of discussion with you is bringing that Final Four experience, and you're now in the Final Four again. So I guess we could say job completed. It worked, but the job that has not been completed yet is winning a national championship. You obviously fell short at FAU. What more do you guys need to do? Obviously, besides on paper winning two more games.
What more do we have to do?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I say blocking out the noise, um, limited distractions, and never losing sight of what it takes to get here. Which is team camaraderie and sacrifices. So if we have those reminders in our head, then we'll be perfectly fine.
I hate to bring up this moment, but I'm going to. Obviously, the way the season ended against San Diego State, Lamont Butler's game winner. If you think back about that moment, I don't want you to think back about that moment, but you know what it feels like to walk off the Final Four court losing. How could that make you, more of a competitor because you don't want to be that guy getting off the court looking like that. You want to be the one headed to a national championship game.
How? I
Yeah,
just say it's my competitive nature. Already going through that feeling and not
exactly.
wanting to feel that again.
Yeah.
So man, that was a rough feeling, and honestly, like it's so like annoying to hear about how it ended. Um,
Mhm.
because that's the first thing is people would think of. Is the buzzer beater. Stuff like that. So just doing everything to my abilities to not get to that position again.
Yeah. Can you talk about Todd Golden for a second? Obviously, you spent the last 4 years with Dusty May. How similar are those two coaches? Obviously, two coaches that have made the Final Four. But in my eyes, they seem like two young guys that are the definition of player coaches.
Nah, facts. I mean, just like you said, they're young, player coach. I mean, those guys sacrifice. They put their pride aside too many times, um, and they know what it takes to bring a team together and to keep it together. and it's just been working. So credit to those two guys. Definitely played a big part of my career and how everything's being played out.
The slogan of March Madness, of the Final Four at least, is the road ends here. And that's true for everyone, but it's especially true for you because these could be your final two college basketball games ever. They will be, matter of
It
fact.
is. It is my last two. It is my last two college games, man.
How
Um,
crazy is that? How crazy
that
is
is
that?
crazy to think because I, c- I could just remember coming back into I can remember going into FAU, 18, don't have a clue in the world, what it's going to take to be a good college basketball player. So um, it all went by so fast, and I'm super
Yeah,
super grateful for my path, my journey. So I mean, just to know it's just I got 2 games left.
yeah.
It's crazy.
So for you, obviously, the fact that you've made it this far, if the season ends just short, you're going to be upset, but you're going to be more upset than the average player because this is the end of your college career. Does that motivate you anymore?
Yeah, 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 definitely. Cause um, I've been right there. I've been right there before. So
Yeah.
I want to finish the job this time.
Let's talk about just the four teams in the Final Four, four number one seeds. Can you just talk about the competitiveness of the Final Four, maybe how entertaining it's going to be this year?
Man, it's gonna be super entertaining. For the best teams in the world. And
Yeah.
it's been like that for the majority of the season. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a great game. Both games. It's gonna be fireworks, man. But only gonna be one winner.
I saw a post the other day that you made where it had all the photos of the underdog mentality, right? Where everyone came from.
Right.
Winning a national championship is right in sight now, right? Because when the season starts, you're talking about the underdog mentality, but some people could be doubting you, but you're right here. Just could you reiterate that underdog mentality and how mid majors have not just, fueled you, but fueled you in a way where you've been able to grow and transfer to a big, better school. And you still have that underdog in you because people are always going to doubt you no matter how good you are.
Yeah, man. I coming where I'm from. It's hard. You already overlooked coming out of Mississippi. So like, um, I'm just reminded of that daily. If I no matter what I'm going up against, I'm always counted out. I'm always overlooked. But them just chips to add to the shoulder because um, I know who I am. I'm super determined. I'm super competitive, and I won't let nobody tell me no. So uh, I just be having to remind the guys sometimes because you never know what's going on in their inner circle or what people are
Yeah.
telling them. So I gotta remind them to stay humble, stay hungry, and because it could be all gone in a second. So you just got to be a leader. You got to be a leader since you like one of the vets of the team and you have the experience. So uh, you got to keep everybody level headed as you keep yourself level headed as well. So everybody on the team is underdogs that came from mid majors, so
Mhm.
um, they understand.
Yeah. When you joined Florida, especially in off-season workouts, you kind of took on that leadership role. What led you to taking that on? In my eyes, it seems like that's already built in you. It's not like you're having the choice to take on that leadership role. It seems like
Right.
you already have it. Just come in here.
Yeah. I was a leader at FAU. I was a leader in high school. I always been a leader wherever I've been. So when I came to Florida and we was going through some workouts and stuff, I seen some things I ain't like, and um, I voiced my opinion, and uh, that let me know then and there if we had a chance or not. So
Is that what's so
fast
special?
forward, and we got a chance.
Yeah. Is that what's so special about this team? The fact that, you're one of the new guys and you're able to come in and voice your opinion without, feeling afraid that you're the new guy on the block. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But um, at the end of the day, it comes from having some type of respect for making the Final Four and
Mhm.
doing something that nobody of those guys have done yet. So uh, now they have, but um, it just came from respect, and they know that like I want to win. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing that matters. Winning.
Can you talk about Walter Clayton Jr. for a second? Obviously, this guy has been incredible all season, his whole Florida career, matter of fact. But what he has done against UConn, what he has done against Texas Tech to make those shots in the final minutes, that's just insanity. And
Crazy.
you were there experiencing it on the court with him. Just talk me, through what was going through your head.
What was going through my head was make a play. Whether it's hit a shot or get a rebound or make a pass, like just make a play. Just impact winning. That's all. That's all I'm thinking about on the court. But when he hit those shots, I was like, man, he's special. He's special, and he's done it time and time again. So he's proven himself. That he's one of them guys.
Yeah, he definitely is one of those guys. Last few things for you here, right? You're headed to San Antonio. You're going to be flying out soon. What's the vibes around the team right now as you start finishing off those practices here in Gainesville before going off to San Antonio?
Man, we anxious. We ready. We're motivated more than ever. Yeah, we know what's at stake, and we want to prove that we're the best team in the country, and there's no better opportunity than it is now.
Yeah, I want to ask you something interesting because no one ever talks about a lot of things off the court. The traveling aspect of March Madness, going from place to place, what is that like?
Ah man, it's taxing on your body for sure. But it's adversity. I mean, it's adversity and it's challenges, and to get where you want to go to, you got to do some things that you don't want to do. So, traveling all the way to California, sometimes you got to do that, and going through that, it just makes us tougher, make us stronger, and it just, put us in situations to where it gives us the confidence that we can do whatever we want.
Exactly. I'll ask you one last thing for any Gator fan, any Gator student, anyone that's considering going to San Antonio to watch you guys play. What would be your message to them?
Um, Come out and support. It's going to be fun. It's definitely because you never know when the next time you'll be back at the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
So just come out, support us. We're gonna need y'all guys' support. We don't want to be outnumbered in there, because it's gonna be 90,000 seats or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
Um, but I know if we travel in the pack, man, we can come out victorious.
It's kind of crazy because you said you don't know when the next time you'll be in the Final Four. I'm sure you said that, after making it with FAU, right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we was gonna do it again, and we didn't get it. We didn't do it last year, but we did the year before. But um, everything happens for a reason. So um, I'm blessed enough to be back. But I think this is the year.
Yeah. All right, Elijah, really appreciate you coming on during this busy time. Good luck. Safe travels to San Antonio. We're excited to see what you guys could do in the Final Four.
Appreciate you, man.